Alright, well, as you can see, here we are, design ninjas out on an expedition down here by a beautiful lake, Norfolk, is that it? I've made the mistake of calling it Norfolk Lake in the past. But I thought we'd take a couple minutes and share with you where our attention has been today. So Misty, what you been up to today?
Well, let's see. The first part of the day, the neighbor came over.
Lynn
Sonkins, and we were looking at lawnmower batteries, and he was shocked and appalled that I had not put water in the lawnmower battery ever. So, you know, who knows these things? Not white and nerdy people don't know to put water in the batteries, at least not me. So we spent the first part of the day looking at the lawnmower, and then went on to working on designing headers for a website. So I've been learning blending techniques in Photoshop and this and that, and getting sucked into the graphic world.
How'd you like it?
I liked it, but after a while of doing graphic design and stuff, I feel like I have to get out and look around and come down to the lake, and feel like I'm being sucked into the computer, and I have to get out so I can be more expansive. So.
Very cool.
What else do you want to know?
Anything else you want to tell me?
2 mocha moo lattes at Dairy Queen cost $7.11, and that's a great way to expand your attention.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yes. But I'm beautiful.
Yes, you are.
Many beautiful things. Was I supposed to ask you a question?
Well, I don't know. It was kind of a game of filmic chicken. It was a question of whether or not I would hold out long enough till you remembered to ask me what I'd been up to today, or I might say, oh, geez, Misty, that was really interesting. Let me tell you but enough about you. Now let's talk about me.
Well, see, the dilemma is when I ask about you, you talk like 10 times as long as I talk. So I actually have to be prepared for the answer before I can ask you. So what about you? So I wasn't quite prepared yet. But I can see I'm in trouble, so I better ask now. So, Bill, what have you been up to today?
Well, I was still kind of chewing over your post from last night where you talked about what Cube World could do to improve their site.
Right.
And I had a post this morning visiting on the rubric, is it rubric Cube World?
You're the guy who's good with words, baby.
Yeah. You know, the cube, you move around, and you have to get all the colors all together. And yesterday I came across some site where this guy talked about meeting one of these championship guys who can do the thing in 20 seconds. And the guy was talking about the revival of this Rubik's Cube from the 80s, where basically the situation is that there's only one guy in any major city who's really an expert at it. And now all these experts can find out about experts in other cities because of the connectedness of the net. And they can even get together for events, for competitions. But there are a ton of videos on YouTube connected with Rubik's Cubes. And that's really both Cube World and the Rubik's Cube are examples of passions that a relatively small body of fans are crazy about, but
There are also passions that come in a cube.
right.
I'm usually not allowed to interrupt.
But everybody has something that they're truly passionate about.
Like sex.
By the way, I saw some headline that 40% of Japanese don't have any sex.
How can that be?
Well, I thought that explained. I thought that explained a lot about why there are all those videos out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Well, you know, I've been thinking about those crazy Japanese for years, and maybe now we're getting an explanation of where that's coming from.
Right.
But everyone has their own thing that they're truly passionate about, and for much of human history, those one or two individuals have been isolated from all the other people who share that passion. Well, now it's possible to connect up with these people, to share with them, and to take what has been shared off into different worlds again. And this strikes me as a major opportunity for brand hacking. It's a major opportunity for anybody to take that which they're passionate about, put it somewhere where people can find it, allow them to interact with it, allow them to share their stuff in that space, allow people to then take it off and do whatever they want with it. And it's a way of creating a global reach for whatever your thing is. So that's what I've had my attention on, and I think it is our future and the future of the world. And that's all I have to say about that.
10-4, good buddy.
Over and out.
So am I supposed to talk now?
If you like.
What am I supposed to talk about?
Oh. We also found out that another resort has some interest in doing a Wi-Fi hotspot. And we've set up an appointment for tomorrow afternoon to do a site survey. And this is our opportunity to do an even better job.
Well, if you remember, I think it was last year, we were walking down here at this park, Cranfield Park, and we started talking about wouldn't that be awesome if we could set up Wi-Fi here at this lake park where they have a swimming beach and picnic areas and campgrounds, and so we actually started thinking about doing big Wi-Fi jobs in this location. So it's kind of neat to bring it back here.
Ooh, full circle.
Full circles are good.
Especially when they're in cube worlds.
Circles don't go in cubes.
So.
Well, they're not in cube worlds.
So did you want to say anything more about that?
That's all I have to say about that.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. Where?
Some wonderfully wise and loving man said that.
Do you look like you?
Exactly like me.
Let's see. So are we done?
I think so.
You used to end it with
Ah, how did I do that?
something about blah, blah, blah.
Right. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah.